Namaskar. In all my videos, we have discussed so much that how much our ancient India people were not only intelligent, conscious, nature loving, but also they had great hunger for knowledge. Yes, because if we see whatever properties this soul has, knowledge also has the same property. Nobody can steal it, nobody can cut it, divide it, or can burn it. Whatever properties our soul has, our knowledge has. That's why knowledge was the first desire or the first necessity. Our forefathers, ancient India, have thought that knowledge is the first thing which a human brain should grab it, retain it, and also pass it generation by generation. That's why in every temple we can see the culture, the lifestyle of how the ancient India was. So, knowledge is the epitome of our culture, our country, and it is the reason why we have our head at the top of our shoulder. That is the most important place where we are able to think logically, rationally, and also with the feeling of humanity. In one of my video, we have already discussed about the immunity pyramid. That is, the food what we take inside is not actually what our body eats directly. Our body first convert it to an energy form, and then this energy we consume it. That's why in ancient India they have seen or they have perceived it that our life has 5 pranas. Those are prana, samana, apana, vyana, and udhana. So all these 5 energies are very important to have a healthy body. So when our forefathers have thought that how food is necessary for this body, similarly cloth is also important for our human body. Because of the social stigma or maybe from extreme adverse climates of the nature, ancient India have discovered the cloth. But what cloth? Yes, cotton clothes, or we can say silk. If we see and we Google it, cotton is being discovered from India. Our ancient India people, they were so much conscious about our skin. They knew that our body is completely covered by our skin, and skin is one of our Gyanendriya, that is our sense organ. So how can they leave it behind without a sense of consciousness, a sense of care, and how this can bring good knowledge to the brain? Yes, that's why they have discovered that cotton clothes are the best clothes for the human body. We can see in many religious belief till today there is a culture of wearing unstitched cloth whenever you are going for any religious or belief custom in that particular institution. But why unstitched clothes? Yes, in my last video we have discussed how stepping stones will encourage the brain to walk consciously. Similarly, wearing unstitched clothes, that too having one layer of the cloth above the shoulder and one layer of the cloth below the shoulder, will help not only the human body to take the proper breathing, because skin is our sense organ. So, in our ancient India, they have discovered that we need cloth. But which cloth? Cotton clothes. Because they have seen this human body needs to take bath regularly. Once before sunrise and once before sunset. Because once we are exposed to good amount of hard work, this body has sweat glands everywhere in the skin. So if they will not clean and clear the sweat from the body, then the skin will not be able to properly function well, so that we will lose the feel and touch as our knowledge to our brain. That's why in our olden days, they have decided that we are going to protect our skin through our cotton clothes. I will take only two examples. One example, as soon as we take bath, there is a tradition that we have to wipe our skin with a cloth, which we are nowadays telling it as a towel. If we will not wipe our body properly, we will not dry our skin properly, and if we wear a cotton cloth, we will see we are not able to put the cloth easily, because our skin is not dried yet and we are putting the cotton cloth and we are struggling to put the cloth it is not that easy. But nowadays, unfortunately, we are able to see pure cotton only in the wig of the lamps, because only this part is available in the market nowadays, where we are able to find pure cotton, because this is being put in the lamp and it is being exposed to fire. So if it is made up of synthetic material, it will not able to function it properly, and we know what is the cost of this wig. But we have understood that synthetic materials nowadays available in everywhere, whatever we are wearing in terms of cloth. Any synthetic material, you wear it as soon as you take bath. If you have not dried your skin properly and try to wear your attire or your dress, you will see we are very easily to put it without any struggle, because those clothes nowadays, they are a mixture of cotton, very less amount, and synthetic materials. The percentage of synthetic materials are very high. That's why we are able to put it. That's why ancient India, they had the knowledge how to keep away the adulteration from the society. That's why they have chosen cotton clothes should be the only source for this human skin. So when we take bath and then we come out, we wipe our body properly with a cloth, and then we allow the skin to dry for 2 to 3 or 5 minutes, and then if we wear a pure cotton cloth, then only the cloth you can put it very easily without any struggle. So that is the beauty, that consciousness was there, the key, the foundation of everything in ancient India. They have done it, that yes, consciousness is the key which is going to save us. That's why whenever we are buying clothes from the market, we have to be very clear that we have to buy good cotton clothes. Once we start demanding, entrepreneurs will try to provide us the cotton clothes. There is one more thing. Always we have seen the consciousness is very important for our ancient India, because cells inside our body, they have a life cycle. Like they take birth, they divide, and then they die. So the cells of our skin, they usually die within 2 to 3 weeks. They do not have a very big lifespan. They have a lifespan of only 2 to 3 weeks. And then when we compare to the lifespan of a nerve cell, it is for life ever. That's why if a child is born with that many number of nerve cells, it is going to stay with that child for the whole life. That's why it is very important that we clean our skin properly and regularly with natural elements. That's why this is one natural element which we can take it and just we can use it to rub the skin. This is natural and the skin is natural. That's why we'll not only feel fresh, but also the dead cells which die, like it is a general process of extracting the dead cells, that is also being covered. So cotton clothes, they discovered it so nicely. Conscious wearing, that is, they always try to wrap up this human body with a certain length of cloth, and that too unstitched, so that we can wear the cloth very consciously. But when the various dance forms came, still in India, if you go in India, we have so many dance forms. In that dance forms, if you see, this cloth is being wrapped within this human body with different styles. But in every style, one thing is very common, that is the navel point. They have taken a very good responsibility that when we are wearing clothes to protect this human body, not only from the adverse nature but also from the society, two things are very important. One thing is consciousness. Second thing is our sense organs, how this brain should not become unconscious of what we are wearing also, because skin is giving the knowledge to the brain. So when the dance forms came, India have so many dance forms. In each dance form, people have tied this piece of cloth as what? In a different mechanism, in a different style, different pattern within the body. Now the cloth was made of pure cotton, that's why it was getting stick to the body without falling it down from the body. But synthetic clothes, they will automatically, very soon, it will fall from the body. It will not stick to the skin. So as we welcomed one facility to the body, like we started stitching it, we started sewing it, knitting it, and then ultimately today we have ended up in a unconscious way of wearing also. So it is very important that we should take care of our skin also, and whatever we are wearing it, we should wear it consciously. The very important thing is, this human body have two sets which makes this body cycle in a very rhythmic pattern, that is Karmendriyas and Gyanendriyas. Gyanendriyas means the sense organs. These are the source where we receive all the knowledge to the brain. And then karmendriyas, that is through these karmendriyas, the body releases the heat. That is because I am working. So the body should release the heat from the body. So armpits, below the tongue, our genital organs, the palm of our hands, the sole of our feet. These are the places where body releases the heat and then it feels relaxed. That's why in olden days, whenever a rishi or a muni, they have always tried to keep themselves, if they have put a cloth, that cloth should be one at the shoulder and one is below the arm. So that this armpits, the heat releasing from the body should encourage and should be given the proper facility so that the body can release the heat. Similarly, for our genital organs also, they have always tried to wrap the cloth below the navel so that the navel is our second mind, because that is the point where we were connected to our mother's womb. I will cover one more video about navel. So when we are thinking of anything which we are introducing ourselves for the first time, we should be very careful that it is providing proper consciousness to our brain. If it is making us unconscious, it is diverting our attention from here to there, then we should be very much careful, because we all have to take the responsibility to bring back our India culture, our traditions back, that India has never ever done anything unconsciously without any reason. Only thing, we have to make ourselves aware of it, that yes, our ancestors have done it. Only thing, now we have to put forth all the reasons, logic, scientifically, so that the next generation will welcome our culture, our traditions, not in a blind eyes, but with a open arms. So that should be the objective, because we all love our country so much, and we will take the responsibility to bring back our India traditions and culture as soon as possible. That's why it is very important. The knowledge what is going to our brain should be a conscious knowledge. The food which is going to our body, because body is directly not eating the food, the body is consuming that energy which after breaking the food molecules, and then what is being used, that is the food energy, and then we poop it. Similarly, the cloth, which is very important for our consciousness. So we should always welcome, we should make this body very much rhythmic. Whenever any hospital, jail is coming up in good numbers in a society, we should know where we are moving. Are we moving towards a very stable society, or we are moving towards something else? So there only we should put a check mark for our brain that yes, we have to think consciously. Conscious thinking is very nice and it will keep your brain very healthy. In my upcoming videos, we will discuss so many methodologies. Our ancient India, they have adapted it and they have always kept themselves very healthy because they knew that whatever is happening inside this human body, if it is uniform, then whatever it is happening in the universe, it is also uniform. So the space between the sky and this human body, what we call it as Maya, is the only reason which is taking us away from the vibration of our mind to make ourselves very much curious that why am I doing so? So if we keep curiosity within ourselves, and as the answer comes to us, if we are conscious about it, then we will see neither disease will creep up our body, neither we will be unconscious, neither there will be any stress, anxiety, no pessimism will even trouble our body. So conscious wearing is one objective we have to bring back to our society very soon and very quickly. There is one small observation from our side. Nowadays, genital organs cancers have come up it is coming up in a very fast way. Nowadays, we are wearing very tight fitting clothes, jeans clothes, but we are now living in a country like India where temperature is very high nowadays. So that's why when we think that our body, our genital organs, they are releasing heat, please be friend with your skin and allow the skin to shed the dead cells, the temperature, the environment facility properly, so that we are our first friend to understand that somebody is inside. When it goes away, we are dead. Jai Bharat.